Originally, we were going to go to Frankfurt, but eventually decided to go to DC to see politicians that actually work. We sure were disappointed. We didn't even get to see our favorite box turtle, Mitch McConnell. It was Ethan's first time flying, and he was so scared, but luckily Chase was there to help him out. It's okay, Ethan. I'd be scared too if I looked out my window and saw this. We also found some exotic animals while we were in DC, including Trinity. And then, we sometimes acted like animals. We saw the monuments, got to spend quality time with our chapter, and even helped pack over 59,000 meals for the DC community. But then, Michaela decided she wanted to get shot by the White House snipers. And here's Trin, not acting like a snake.
But that wasn't the only time our chapter left Kentucky either. We went out to the National FFA Convention. We headed out on the bus bright and early. We were met at the bus with the Bowl County finest personal security. Some of us got too rowdy, and we ended up having a breakout. We got to see some famous people too. Gracie Furnish, Trey Elizondo, and even Rascal Flatts. Here was Whitaker's reaction. But here was his reaction after the concert was over. Overall, our chapter had a great time. It was a pretty good trip, and we learned a lot, like where your food comes from, but I'll tell you, we sure were wore out on the way home.
Talk about wore out, the physical part of camp wasn't meant for us, but we sure did take it seriously. The secret is, you just have to make it look like you know what you're doing. And that could lead to being in the water ball semifinals without scoring a single point in regulation. Oh, and we also climbed a tree. Well, some of us didn't get too far. Serving food was a little bit more in our expertise, but not as much as making a good old-fashioned Bowl County entrance when we presided over a session.
The butterfly, that's on. Let me see the Tootsie Roll. Yeah, 1994. 69 boys backed up by the quad to the DJs. One time, cotton candy, sweetie, go. Let me see the Tootsie Roll. Come on, just make that Tootsie Roll. Here we go, just make that Tootsie Roll. Yeah, come on, let me see that Tootsie Roll. Get up the roll and make that Tootsie Roll. To the left, to the left, to the right.
Alexis also figured out her natural habitat, but I do have to say, one of the best camp moments was when Whitaker set Hannah up with her soulmate after making half of a court shot. What was his name again? Bobby?
Even look like her.
In all the chaos, we actually did get something accomplished.
In fact, one of those goals included the fall cookout as a committee goal. There's a bunch of hot potatoes. These boys may have blown the Ag Olympics out of the water so badly that they could go to the actual Olympics.
Hannah, are you looking for Bobby?
Alexis winded up for the speed spitting. Everyone's favorite thing about the fall cookout is the food, as you can see. I wonder if she's noticed that her horses isn't real yet.
Everyone had fun receiving their Discovery, Greenhand, and chapter degrees until Whitaker realized his oven was on. Everyone worked really hard to earn those degrees, including Nate Smith, even though it took 3 years. Whitaker had to get Jackson to say his part for him.
Now, Katie, you can't send your grandfather's pictures to strangers.
Put your hand on the mousetrap, they said. It will build trust, they said. No thanks. I like my fingers.
That's the only reason I got my chapter degree.
This is actually how Alexis broke her neck. Why does Molly have her glasses on?
Michaela, stop!
Shh. Don't tell Ethan we gave him fake glasses. I wonder if she's looking for kale or coffee. Sarah, that's not a headband. But if you're doing it, I guess I will too.
Hey, you think I could go wedding with these on?
The national officers blended in nicely when they came to visit. Just a couple presidents hanging out. She will even tolerate sophomores and Tristan.
Maddie, the national officers were just standing in this spot.
You think the national officers will like our handshake? I hope they don't see me back here.
Can we go to the pool now? Rainstorm in Perryville 20 minutes after this picture was taken. Nobody seems to care that Daniel was drowning. Sarah just felt something warm on her leg. So, what you gonna do with that lightsaber?
Aww.
I wonder if she knows her flash drive is in her pocket.
Six bomb pops, please. What if you woke up and saw this under your Christmas tree? Or this? Or this? Jackson, give Blake his present back. Looks like someone was on the naughty list this year. What Myers really wanted was some potted meat.
We were afraid no one would sign up for ag classes if they saw Chase's face. They finally made up after the wrestling match.
I thought I told you not to put any Snapchat pictures.
Are these edible? And those are all of the Duggars.